Hello everyone. In this video, continuation of the Archipelago Ring Road journey. Ferry crosses the strait, arrival at Galtby, key transport junction. Stop at Archipelago Centre Korpoström, exhibitions on Baltic Sea, local wildlife, and environmental research. Korpo Village, historical landmarks, stone church, everyday life, school, library, harbor. Ferries between Houtskär and Korpo run regularly, about once per hour. Crossing takes around 25 minutes. Cafe available on the upper deck, coffee and snacks for purchase. This is Galtby Port. On June 1st, 1959, Viking Line started car ferry service to Sweden from this port. At the same time, a river bus operated here from Turku. Today, it is an important internal hub of the archipelago, especially busy in summer. Ferries LA Stella and MS Aura operate routes to Houtskär and Norrskatte, the second largest island in Korpo municipality. There are also daily sailings to the Åland island of Kokar aboard the Gudingen. Snacks, coffee, ice cream, and drinks are available while waiting for the ferry. The shop sells basic groceries, beverages, gas, and essential travel and leisure items. The distance from Galtby to the Korpoström guest harbor is just over 12 kilometers. There is also a multifunctional cultural and educational archipelago center. Strandboden is a private village shop where you can find everything needed for a comfortable stay and travel, food, and small gifts. The Korpoström Hotel was built in 2009 and has 16 comfortable rooms with all amenities. Most offer a beautiful sea view. During the summer season, breakfast and access to the public sauna are included in the room rate. Korpoström Guest Harbor is located at the southern tip of the island Korpo and is one of the most modern in the entire archipelago. It is a very busy place in summer. Up to 70 vessels can dock here, from small boats to sailing yachts. The depth at the piers ranges from 2.5 to 12 meters. All basic services are included in the harbor fee: electricity, water, showers, toilets, and a public sauna, as well as waste disposal and septic tank emptying. Laundry service is available for an additional fee. Mooring at a pontoon or buoy costs 35 euros per night. Side mooring is 5 euros per meter. If you come for lunch or dinner at the restaurant, you can stay in the harbor free of charge for up to 2 hours. Strict rules apply here. No swimming, no noise after 11 o'clock, no idling engines, no open fires or fireworks. Dumping waste into the sea and leaving trash outside containers is prohibited. On shore, there is a sorting station where glass, metal, cardboard, and even hazardous waste can be disposed of. The terrace of the Sunen restaurant seats 50 guests, with an equal number of seats indoors. Breakfast is served for both residents and visitors. The kitchen collaborates with local producers, using fresh seasonal ingredients, with a special focus on seafood. The restaurant is open year-round for groups and daily during the summer season. The Korpoström Archipelago Centre operates year-round and serves as a venue for scientific and art exhibitions, lectures, and themed events. It hosts displays dedicated to the region's history, underwater world, and contemporary art, with a focus on ecology and culture. During the summer season, themed events and workshops are organized, including an educational program for children called Kids Lab. This initiative, created in collaboration with the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve and Åbo Academy University, helps children learn about the nature and marine environment of the archipelago. In summer, sessions are available without prior registration, while in the off-season, they are held by appointment. 2 halls are available for seminars and events. The Ragnar Granite Auditorium seats 120 people and is equipped with a screen, projector, and sound system. The conference room, located on the top floor, accommodates 24 guests and offers a sea view. In addition, the center hosts a craft workshop. Every other Tuesday afternoon, sessions are held where visitors can create their own items and take part in hands-on courses. A special highlight of the cultural calendar is the Kulturkrock I Korpoström Festival, held annually in early May. The Korpoström Strait, in Swedish Korpoströmsundet, is located between the main island of Korpo Huvudö and the island of Kiteholm. It is approximately 3 kilometers long. The strait has always held strategic importance as a sheltered natural harbor. During the period of Swedish rule, naval ships were frequently stationed here. It was in this strait on May 20th, 1743, that a naval battle took place between Swedish and Russian squadrons, a conflict that became known as the Battle of Hjortö. Having secured positions on the coastal islands and deploying shore artillery, the Russian side gained a tactical advantage by covering the narrow strait with fire. As a result, the Swedish squadron was forced to retreat toward the Åland Islands. The first recorded mention of the village of Kirkby, Swedish for church village, dates back to 1384. Even at that time, a parish community existed here, and the village served as the spiritual and administrative center of Korpo. For centuries, the lives of the islanders were closely tied to the sea. Fishing, maritime trade, and piloting were the main sources of livelihood. For a long time, the island was part of Sweden, and even today, Swedish remains the dominant language among the local population. Just beyond the village of Kirkby lies an open-air ethnographic museum that immerses visitors in the atmosphere of past centuries and offers insight into the traditional way of life in the archipelago. The exhibition features a 19th century residential house with original furnishings, farm buildings, fishing gear, agricultural tools, and other everyday items. The museum opens its buildings to the public during the summer season. But the main historical treasure of Korpo remains its medieval church. It was built in the 15th century from gray granite and is believed to have been dedicated to Saint Michael. The tower on the western facade, nearly 20 meters high, originally had 5 levels. The church suffered significant damage from fires caused by lightning strikes in 1709 and 1834. Nevertheless, several unique features have been preserved inside. The only surviving medieval choir balustrade in Finland, carved wooden sculptures of saints, and wall and vault paintings depicting people, animals, and plants, which were uncovered and restored in the 1950s. The church stands in the heart of Korpo, in an atmosphere that's closer to a small provincial town. Everything is close by. The supermarket handle has all the essentials, and the local square nearby is a favorite meeting spot for residents. There are also several bars, restaurants, and small hotels in the area. These streets were once familiar to the Finnish composer Jean Sibelius. He spent 2 summers in Korpo, in 1886 in Halftrask, and in 1887 in the Church Village. Back then, still a student, Sibelius worked on music with his brother and sister. A sculpture by Kari Petteri Kakko was unveiled here in his honor on July 22, 2006. As of 2024, Korpo has 792 permanent residents. But in summer, the population grows to nearly 5,000 thanks to tourists and summer homeowners. Korpo remains a popular destination, known for its festivals and cultural events. Every August, it hosts the Korpo Sea Jazz Festival. Just a short walk from the center is Virken Guest Harbor, with everything a sailor might need. 60 berths with electricity, fuel, showers, laundry, toilets, 2 saunas, a kids' playground, and a tennis court. You can also rent kayaks and SUP boards here. Among Virken's culinary highlights is Buffalo, known for its great food and signature ribs. Not far from here is the island's only school, Archipelago Sea School. It shares a building with the local preschool. Around 50 children from Korpo study here, and older students also come from nearby Hautskar. Classes are bilingual, with both Finnish and Swedish-speaking students learning together. A unique feature is the Archipelago Knowledge elective for grades 8 and 9, where students learn about the region's nature, traditions, and way of life. The same building houses the municipal kindergarten, which provides early childhood education for about 30 children aged 1 to 5, also in both languages. The local library is open on weekdays. Through the regional Blanca system, readers can extend their loans, reserve books, and access e-books and audiobooks online. There's no hospital on the island. Basic health care is provided by the local clinic, which is part of the Southwest Finland Health District. It's open on weekdays, with reduced hours during the summer. The road to Rate's port takes no more than 10 minutes. This episode covered the main landmarks of Korpo Island, its cultural heritage, and everyday life. Up next, a journey through the island of Nagu. Until next time.